Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV as we are playing with the Emperor expansion as Milan. Alright, so as you guys can see, the Ottomans do seem to have won that previous conflict, despite the fact last time we saw it they had lost several provinces, were no longer under their control. But it looks like they ended up winning the conflict. However, they did not get Constantinople, so Byzantium is still around, and they have control of, in fact, a big chunk of Greece here. As far as other borders, not really seeing, there's little changes here and there, but overall it's not too many big things have happened just yet. So in today's episode, I think the main thing we're going to be doing is burning off some of that aggressive expansion we have, so that in the next conflict we can hopefully get more than one province, because lately we've only been able to get one or two. And we'll see if I have time to burn it off, actually, because one thing I would like to do is declare war on Genoa as soon as we have an ally who's willing to support us. As of right now, none of them have, we don't have enough favors with any of them to get them into the conflict, so we'll just have to wait. But what we can do is go ahead and do the fabricate claim while we have it. And we'll just keep on building up the spy network. We're also still waiting for this rebellion to happen, which is the reason why I have the fortification here being maintained. Let me make sure we're not maintaining this fort. Alright, because we're at 90% if you guys recall. So really we're just waiting for that to fire. Looks like we've got the Mamluks in a golden era, which of course is right here. You got to get three of any of these selected after you got enough splendor to start a golden era. So Parma requests privileges. You can accept the petition, and the burghers will gain 2% land. They'll gain a bit of loyalty, and we'll get 2 base tax. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. I know we're going to lose. I'm guessing this is some of our own crown lands. But I'm definitely willing to grant 2% crown lands to increase the overall base tax of Parma here, which is currently sitting at 6. So yeah, let's accept that. And overall, I think it'll make us more money in the long run. And surprisingly, the amount of money that you pull in is not affected by how much land you own. I really feel like that's one major difference between the system I created with the estates and the one that they have here in Emperor. Because I think the amount of land you own should probably impact the money that you make. That was kind of a big factor. You know, how much crown land you had. And you could sell your crown lands to get, a short gain of, a big chunk of money. Or you could keep your crown lands. In the long run, that would result in more wealth. Salt crisis. Okay, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I think that should definitely affect it. I think like how much money you should get should be determined by who owns the land. Because that was a major factor. For instance, the nobles. The nobility in several countries, not all countries, but in several countries did not pay any taxes. So the amount of land they controlled, and that's also with the church as well, they didn't pay the normal land tax. In certain places like France, they had a different special tax that they would pay. But for the most part, they didn't pay normal land taxes. So with the church and the nobles owning land, it ended up resulting in the crown having trouble getting taxes. So that was a major problem in several countries. So improvements in naval technology. So we've gotten this one before, and we're just going to go with the diplomatic power. I'm not a big fan of inflation. I hate getting inflation. I always try and avoid it. I try and avoid loans, with the exception of when you're in a tough war and you need to hire mercenaries. Then you take the loans to hire the mercenaries so you can win the conflict. But other than that, I try to avoid loans. I just don't like getting the interest up because it makes everything more expensive in the long run. And so I try and keep inflation down as much as possible. And since it does require admin power to bring it down, I always try and keep that in consideration. So I'm wondering why this rebellion still hasn't happened yet. I almost want to... Okay, so we have the Papal States willing to go into the war. I'm like, let's just do this now, man. I wasn't going to sit here and burn off aggressive expansion. I'm kind of at the point now where I would really like to get this war done with before something else goes against us. We've had several instances where we're going to declare war on somebody, and then they have a new ally or something happens. In Genoa could also end up joining the HRE, and then maybe Austria would support them. That would be a potential issue. So yeah, I want to get this started, guys. So we're going to declare war in April 1st. I know our army won't have their morale back up yet, but that's okay. I guess we could wait one more month. Yeah, I suppose we could wait one more month. That's not going to hurt anything, I don't think. And since we still haven't had this rebellion yet, so because we are now able to embrace it here, we're no longer getting that bonus. You can see it's in many of our provinces. It's going to cost us 62.92 gold in order to embrace the Renaissance. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to give us the reduced construction and development cost, and we won't get that penalty for the technology, which means we should be able to get a tech right after this. Looks like we already had it, actually. This is the military tech that's going to unlock men-at-arms, higher supply limit, more combat width, and higher shock. So, with that knocked out, and us needing to change up, oops, not from Latin Knights, over to, well, I guess we'll change to men-at-arms here. So with us having to do that, our morale's going to be even lower, so we're going to have to wait one more month now, since we've adopted that. So far, nothing else has changed as far as their alliances. We almost have our core construction done as well. Alright, so let's just make sure nothing has changed here, because it could change any month. And I feel like we're good enough. We might not invade right away. Yeah, we'll wait till we get our morale a little higher. He does have like 11 to 12,000 men right there. We can also see that there is a bit of room to build more units. So let's go and get 2 more infantry units, and we'll get them over. We want them somewhere where they're not going to be attacked. Oh, am I broke? I am broke. Okay, we are broke. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just have to get 1 for right now. I'm a little bit worried about manpower as well. That could end up being an issue. You know what? We'll just keep the 16,000 then for right now. Let's go ahead and declare war. Let's make this happen, man. And so we're not going to bring in any of these guys as the belligerents, co-belligerent. We are going to go ahead and bring in the papal states. Let me just see if there's, the papal states. And there's nobody else willing to join for land. But that's fine. I think this should be enough. We'll be outnumbered a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we're outnumbered by like 6,000 men. And we'll be able to get Genoa's troops destroyed before Naples is able to get up here. And of course, our friend the Pope would probably be able to take care of his army. So I feel pretty good about this. So let's go ahead and confirm the attack. And I think we'll attack here to stop their army from getting over here. Can we get there first? I think that's the question. Because if they get there first, then they'll get the bonus there. So we might not want to do it that way. It sucks I can't see them. So I don't know when they're going to get there. You know what? We're just going to have to wait. Let's let their force come over here. There they are. So we're going to let them attack. Let me see, actually. Can we beat them there and get the bonuses from that? No, we cannot. So they'll get there on the 15th of June. We'll get there on the 22nd. So we'll probably just shadow them. Again, we're going to try and get a good defensive bonus here. They're going to go straight for our fortification here. So let me see here. They're going to get there on the 20th. We would get there on the 23rd. However, there's no defensive penalties here. And even if there was, we would get them. However, I think we might end up getting... Nope, we don't get a river crossing penalty either. So there's really no... it says we do. Interesting. Because I'm looking at it here and I'm not seeing a river crossing penalty. I'm going across these provinces here. So I'm not entirely sure why it says that, but hopefully we don't. Our morale is not quite as high as I'd like, though. So you know what? We're not going to beat them there. Let's wait until the month flips. And then we'll attack them. We did just get that core, so that's nice. Let's take a look and see what's going over here with Naples here. And you can see that they've got all these units. All the little countries here got all these units that they're moving around, and I don't know what they're doing with that unit. I would assume they're going to come over here and invade our port. But just looking at where's the Pope's forces? Where are they? He must be... No, we'd be able to see him if he is there. Okay, he was already... I think he was already defeated. Maybe somebody won this battle here, and he's retreating over here. And so he's probably going to lose now. That's bad. That's okay. It's all right, guys. And we did have the revolt. I should have probably oppressed them once, but it's fine. They have to siege that down. We'll deal with it. And you know what? Sometimes revolts aren't a bad thing when you're at war. Because the enemy, if they did decide to invade here from the sea, they'd have to fight those 8,000 men. So it might end up being favorable for us. Let's go ahead and get over here now. I almost want to wait another month so we can get our morale higher, because you can see that his morale is at max, so it probably would be good to wait. All right, let's see where we're at. We're at 22nd of August here. Let's wait a little bit longer. It's 27th. 30th. I'm gonna turn this down just a notch as well. I like going to the 2nd of the month, just in case, because I never trust if I know that on the 1st is when you get the morale, but I never trust that it's going to apply that before we actually get into the province. But I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning of the episode. I meant to mention it, but I have a feeling like I forgot. But this is going to be a shorter episode because it is Monday, so I'm recording this. I'm recording this on the day that I'm supposed to be putting this out, and it's already Monday afternoon, pretty late afternoon. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So I do assume that this video won't be up until the evening because this is supposed to be the Monday episode. So I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter so that I can get it edited and uploaded quicker, and hopefully it'll be out, before it gets too late. It's probably gonna be pretty late though, 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I would assume. So hopefully this battle goes well. We do outnumber them. There's no terrain bonuses, so it's just based on our generals, which, by the way, we have the shock bonus and they have the fire bonus. Again, shock bonus is better than fire bonus. What it really comes down to is the dice rolls, I think, which we are getting bad rolls. Again, we outnumbered them, so our bad rolls weren't that big of a deal. But yeah, we ended up taking pretty high casualties overall. So now we're going to chase them down, and let me see. Who's this? Got 1,000 men here. Okay. I'm not entirely sure who those guys are. They says they're allied though. Let me just check something. Yeah, because I'm not entirely sure. All right, so we have somebody else here. So who is that? Is that like a puppet? Yes, that is. I said a puppet, like I'm playing Hoi 4. This is a subject of the Pope. All right, I was wondering what the hell was going on there and who this guy was. So did the Pope win here? It looks like that's a no. It does seem that the Pope is losing, unfortunately. So I was really hoping he'd have our southern flank secure, and he does not. So that's a real shame. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try and get their army completely destroyed. We'll see where they go. It looks like they're going to go over to here. And we cannot get there. Damn it. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, we could try and get there. I guess we'll try. But yeah, we'll get the penalty there. Maybe we should finish the siege up here. I'm just worried that they're going to finish the siege here by the time and then we'll lose that, which would be bad. Yeah, I'm not entirely. Maybe we should just stay here. Yeah, they're going to keep going. Okay, so they're going further. So really the way to win this war is to get this siege done so that we can get the ticking war score. That's why we'll do this. The Pope is not doing well, as you guys can see here. This is a bad situation for him. I was kind of a little bit worried about it, but I didn't think they had as many troops as they had. I think the Pope lost his army in that initial battle. So yeah, he's in a very bad position, and he has so little troops, or I should say the enemy has so many troops, that we are not going to be able to defeat him here, more than likely. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to wait till they come up here, and hopefully they kind of split up a bit. I'm also really hoping they attack here. We might have to deal with that though. Yeah, they might actually end up winning there before I'm able to take this fort. Alright guys, that's a real shame. We could allow friendly attachments here, so that our allies will come to us rather than trying to operate independently. And we can have a larger force here. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep on sieging down. If we lose that province, then we lose that province, guys. It'll be a shame because they'll get more separatism. But I'm also not willing to race on over there right now. Not right now, guys. We'll have to deal with it later. And I'm still kind of hoping that the enemy will attack over there. So we actually, with the new Pope, we have a different golden bull than I've seen our popes do so far, which is negative 10% institution embracement costs and plus 25% institution spread. That'd be would have been pretty useful just a little while ago when we had to buy that institution. So we now have 1,000 men attached to us. So we have a total of 17,000. And if they bring their troops here, that other additional 4,000, it looks like they're trying to create their own army here. All right, I don't know, guys. Again, we should be able to win the conflict. But man, I was not expecting the Pope to lose so quickly. He did not do well. Then also this rebellion. Of course the rebellion would happen as soon as I declared war. Should have expected no less. The main result of this here, besides the fact that I think he gets looted, is the fact that they're going to get more separatism. That's the main effect of them taking that province from us. But that's okay. That's alright. Again, I could have, and I probably should have, I just forgot. I could have done the harsh treatment. I think I should have done that. And then we wouldn't have had this issue here. But again, sometimes it could be a nice advantage if they attack that way. As of right now, they're not doing that. They're focusing on attacking our allies. But yeah, if we get this, we'll get the ticking war score. We'll have to see if, yeah, they are taking stuff. Damn. That's unfortunate. Because, yeah, they'll be able to take that quite quickly. But at least it's not Imperator Rome, where them just taking the fort here. I don't know if that works with rebels, but, you know, forts will, you know, take all the surrounding provinces. New champion of the joust. Okay, they did take that province. Again, that's a shame. So that's another one we're going to have some issues with the separatism, but it is what it is, guys. So we can say the man must lead our armies here and gain a general with 100 tradition. Yeah, that's what we're going to want to do. We will lose prestige and legitimacy, but yeah, I would trade that for such a great general. So let's go ahead and take a look and see just how well we won't be able to look at him here. We can't change our general out while we're sieging, but you'll notice this is a general with 2 fire and 5 shock. That's incredibly powerful. Very powerful, guys. So as soon as we win here, and you can see that army coming, hopefully he doesn't attack us before we win and get to switch our general out. You can see that they are attacking over here. Again, I'm hoping that they'll take that, but I am hoping that they will attack those rebels and deal with the rebels for us, or the rebels will attack them. I don't know. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I'm kind of, well, obviously we're doing the siege right now, but I'm really hoping that these guys will attack each other. All right, where's he going next? He's coming back down here. Okay, so the war so far may not look like it's going well, but I think it's okay. As soon as we take this fort here, that gives us a big bump here and the ticking war score. And we'll just have to see what these guys do. I don't think they'll attack into here because, yeah, they're not going to attack into there because they don't have a core. Yeah, so we only have to worry about them going to these 2 provinces. Actually, I would prefer they would attack that province. The diet modifier that we had has disappeared. So we could go ahead and do that again if we wanted to. Let's just take a look and see if that's what we want to do. We might not be able to do it. Yeah, we can't do it until 1465. Okay, so we got to wait a little while. All right, man. So just waiting for this siege to be done. Maybe we'll speed this up a little bit since we're waiting. There we go. Beautiful. So now we'll get the ticking war score. Let's go ahead and attack these guys first, since it's a large army. We don't want to attack that way, though. We want to come this way so we don't get that penalty, the river crossing penalty. They do have another 4,000 men coming here, so this is not good. They are attempting to leave here, but I'm going to attack them anyway. Again, we know these 4,000 men are going to come here. The Pope's on his way, though, so he might join us in this conflict. And you can see that they're getting their 4,000 men here. I forgot to change out our general, so that's a big mistake there. If we would have changed our general, we would have took less casualties. But let's go ahead and do that now while I'm thinking about it. Get that good general that we have. And we still have 6,700 manpower, so we're all right in that regard. The Pope's going to come take this province for us. These guys are going to retreat super far away again. And let me just see here what's going on. Okay, Genoa took that province. Okay, so that's what they were doing over there. I was wondering what they were doing there. Okay, so they are going to try and take that, and it looks like they might also go after attacking those rebels. That's the way it seems here. All right, excellent. That's what I wanted to see. So they'll fight the rebels for us. Very good. And then we'll come in after they're weak. Yep. Right when they've finished that battle, then we'll jump in. I might actually go now, before they're able to get their morale back up. Let's see when he gets there. All right, so we'll get there on the 20th, so we might want to wait just a little bit. I mean, I suppose there's really no reason to wait. We will get the penalty. I think we get 2 penalties, actually, if we attack from here. Yes, we do. So what we might want to do is attack this way instead, so we don't get the river penalty. Yeah, that's the way we'll do it. This will take longer. We'll see if we can get there before the end of the month, before they get their morale back up. It doesn't look like we're actually going to be able to engage them. Okay, so that's a shame. Oh, we did get him. Excellent. So here's the battle. You can see that the Pope is coming to help us. Right now, their morale is lower than ours. They do have more men than us, and we are getting the train penalty. But again, we have the very, very good shock general. So during the shock phase, we are going to just ravage them with that 4+ shock bonus. You can see that their men are coming, but our Pope ally has our papal ally, has come in to assist us, and we are going to win this battle. All right, excellent. Big battle there, though. Very significant. A lot of casualties, unfortunately. Just looking at our own casualties here. I thought you could click on this to see your casualties, but no, that's not the case. It's only when you're finishing up the war. But overall, we lost, our side lost quite a few men. Got some good war score there, and our leader got a new trait, Glory Seeker, which isn't going to help him in battles. But still, it's good that he's got one. So we did defeat them, but you can see that our army is devastated now. We're not doing great. We might have to start taking loans and hiring, hiring some mercenaries because our manpower is so low at this point. We'll see, guys. I'm gonna see how the best way to do this is. Let's take this one province here, get our province back. I think that would be good. As for the fort, I don't know. We don't want that to flip, obviously. You see the Pope is coming back and taking his lands. They have retreated all the way over here. You can see there's this 9.6 thousand men here as well. All right, so we've occupied that. We'll go ahead and take this province as well. And then we'll see what we want to do after that. I might go and fight this guy. We will see if that's the best route for us. It probably is going to be what we want to do, though. Still trying to replenish our men. We are not going to have the necessary manpower to do this. When can we do the diet? Let's take a look. And that is here. I don't know I'm doing that. It's going to be the September 3rd. I wonder if they'll have different bonuses. What happened here? Oh, okay, the spy network. All right, well, we were getting that siege bonus against them. We're still getting the bonuses, though, because we're still sitting at 75. It is going to start ticking down some. I don't know what the Pope is planning on doing here. Looks like, is he joining us? He is not. Let's go ahead and go after, we'll have to attack him here and hope that the Pope assists us. Let me just double check, make sure we don't get the river penalty there. Can't let them siege that down again. All right, so let's go and attack them with all of our men. And pirates, guys. Damn pirates. They are sending more troops to help, which could end up turning the tide of the battle if they get here in time. I don't know that they will get here in time. It looks like we have already won the battle, so this is going to result in them attacking us with that trading penalty. The new general that we got has been incredibly impactful in this conflict, guys. You can just see how great he is. They do have that big fire bonus, but again, fire bonuses are just not as important as shock bonuses in the early game, and the reason for that is because what they do is they modify, the pips you have for each unit here, as well as the base. There's a base like shock and fire ability that is controlled by tech. So when you look at, say, I guess we'll look at men-at-arms here. When you look at men-at-arms here, it's only going to impact the shock stuff. So you notice that there's no fire abilities for any of our infantry. Same thing with the Latin Knights. There's no no fire pips, so there's nothing to modify there, just the base one, which is already pretty low at this tech level. So that's the reason why the fire stat for your generals just isn't all that important early on. So we're sitting with a good chunk of men here, 15,000 men. We are going to need to go help the Pope out because he's not doing well. We don't want him to be forced to end his alliance. But before we do that, let's go and attack Genoa here and take that one province just because it's real easy to grab. And might as well. And we'll give them no port to hide in. We still don't have a navy. I did forget to build some ships. So we probably should have did that. But it looks like our war exhaustion is kind of high. We could take this down with some diplo power, which is what we'll do. I think that'll be helpful. You can see they're coming with another large army here. Once it gets all put together, it'll be a large force coming into our lands. Luckily, the Pope has decided to keep his troops with us, which is very good. And then what we're going to want to do is probably attack them when they go after the capital. We could come here and see if we can't get there without attacking them. So we get there on the 6th of September, they get there on the 4th, so yeah, we should be able to come here and then attack wherever we want. Only 5,000 men there, so probably the best place to attack. We don't have to worry about that siege too much. And let's just kind of like slowly take their forces out. We are out of manpower, guys, so that's significant. So soon we're going to have to, you know, start taking loans and get mercenaries and all that good stuff until we can get this conflict done with. So we could go ahead and attack here and then go after them there. I think that's what we'll do. Again, though, we are completely out of manpower, guys. I don't know how they're doing on manpower, but it looks like, okay, this is going to be another big battle, guys. They're running away, so that's good, because we are already outnumbered. Again, though, that shock ability, and I think they're getting the terrain penalty, yes, sir. So we had that bonus as well. So doing pretty good in these battles. We'll have to cut that truck going by. That was pretty loud. Let's go ahead and reduce the war exhaustion a bit more. Again, this does affect our manpower recovery speed. So we do want to make sure we take that down some. So how are we going to do this now? What are we going to do next? Still trying to just get this win done. If we just take a look and see how everybody's feeling, they all have pretty high, you know, war enthusiasm. So nobody's going to get out of this with the exception of Genoa. We could just try and make peace with just them. See if we only were to take one province, how they would feel about that. They would not be okay with it. Yeah, they're not going to do it. Okay, so in this case, it just sucks they keep on retreating all the way back over to here. Results in me not being able to destroy their army. I mean, I guess we can try and catch them. And then just question of what are these guys going to do here. I am worried about the Pope leaving the war. That would be a problem. But yeah, I'm almost considering consolidating our troops here since we're in manpower issues. And then going ahead and hiring. So yeah, we'll consolidate here. I don't know how much that reduced it by. But yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and hire ourselves some mercenaries now. It's about time. We'll see what's available. We will have to take some loans apparently. And yeah, you can see we can get a total of 10 units here. So that'd probably just be the free company. Although it does look like the free company sucks. Yeah, it looks like they suck. So probably don't want to do the free company. Probably want to try and get one of these guys. They are pretty cheap, so there is that. As far as the maintenance fees go, I think we can pay them. I think we'll be all right because of the lack of troops we now have. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and take the loans now. We'll take one because that's all we need for now, but we'll eventually have to hire another, or do another one. You already know we will. And then we'll see what options we have available. So we have the Swiss Guard. They do have that discipline modifier, so that's nice, but there's only 4 infantry units, so that's not very many. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything better than that. There is these guys here, which is a negative 5% shock damage received, so that's pretty decent. Okay, this is what we'll do. Let's go ahead and hire the... wow, these guys are expensive. And they're incredibly expensive. So we're going to have to take an extra loan here, guys. I'll tell you that right now. Part of war, man. War is expensive. So what am I doing? We're trying to hire these guys. All right, so we're gonna do the Swiss Guard. Okay, you have to pick where you're gonna deploy them. I haven't used the mercenary system yet, guys. I didn't know you got to pick where you want to deploy them. That's cool. Do they? Oh, you got to recruit them. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so good to know. So we'll recruit those guys. Then we don't have enough to get. Oh, we do have enough. So we'll get these guys as well. And then we'll move them. We'll have them go right there. I'm hoping that nobody will attack us there. And we'll just kind of get these mercenaries. And hopefully this will allow us to win the conflict. Again, we are broke, as you'd expect at this point. We might go ahead and use our military power to raise war taxes. Let's go ahead and do that. Just try and reduce our problems here with the money. Let's go ahead. Can we not? Oh, you can't merge them all. Okay, that's interesting. That's right, because they're like that mercenary system. Okay. Just looking at their leaders. Their leaders aren't bad. We're probably going to just try and keep them all together for now. They're trying to siege that down. They're going to take manpower losses by doing so. I kind of want to hurry up and get this army here that we've been having to fight over and over again. Ooh, what happened? Oh, the peace. The Pope accepted peace and got all their lands taken from them. Wow, the poor Pope. But that also gives us, now that we no longer have those penalties there, that gives us the war score that we need to maybe get a peace treaty. We'll see. We could take just Genoa to get the peace there. And I'd actually be okay with that. That's really all I wanted. So yeah, we might just go ahead and take that, and they can keep this one province. We'll take it from them later. We did just hire all those troops, though. But we don't need to worry about that. Could just go ahead and attack these guys here real quick. It'll just be our men that we have, because remember, we don't have the Pope here. And just do one more battle to get the war score that we're going to get from it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Looks like we're going to attack them here. Should get an easy win. Though they are going to send more troops. But yeah, this should be a win. And this will get us a little bit more war score. Yeah, a bit more. And we still have to deal with this damn problem here. They're trying to take this from us. That'll reduce our war score. I think it's just time to seek peace. Our ally just, they lost a lot from this, which was unfortunate for them. Let's just see if we can get anything else. No, we can't get this. We would need like just a little bit more war score. Good God, yeah, that's not much more needed, man. And I'm greedy, and I'd love to just get both of these. What would that do for our aggressive expansion? It would be terrible. So maybe we should just go this way. Yeah, I suppose we'll just have to go this way. This could still result in a coalition forming. And if we took one more, then that coalition would be a lot stronger. So I think we're going over the limit there. So we should probably just take this. That's what we'll do. Let's see if there's anything else we want to do here. Could, no, we don't want to do any of these. Could force them to end their treaty with Naples, so that would be helpful. So if we fight them again, we don't have to worry about fighting Naples, which was really the only problem in this conflict, was them coming up and attacking our ally. Let's see if there's anything else we want to do. If we can do anything else. Well, that was weird. Should have, I shift clicked at it. So they should have only done it what they're willing to accept. For some reason it did one higher. Yeah, so this is what we'll do, guys. We'll get that money to try and help pay back that those loans we took, which I think we took 3 total loans, so we owe a lot of money now. We got peace, and we took the province we wanted. So that's what's important. So let's go ahead and no longer pay for that fortification for now. And then we need to come over here and use, oops, where's our troops? Over right here. Go ahead and attack here. We'll use the mercenaries for this. Get this done. I almost want to just assault it. Okay. We've got new mercenary companies that are available to us. So yeah, we'll try and get this done. I almost want to just do an assault if we get a hole in the wall, a breach, since we'll mainly be using the mercenary troops for that. So yeah, I think that would be good if we try to do that assault, and we just lost some of their men. We do have stuff we can do up here, so let's go ahead and do that. We have to make this a core, and we've also got that mission fulfilled to subdue Genoa, and this is going to give us permanent claims on several regions, several areas, I should say. Plus, we're going to get extra trade power for another 20 years, so that's significant, especially with our lack of money here. So the next one is expand to the south. Okay, so we have to conquer all of that area, or make them into our subject. All right. Oh, we fulfilled another mission, apparently. Harness the Swiss. Oh, because we're using the Swiss mercenaries. All right, I didn't even realize that that was a mission for us. So this will give us mercenary cost reduction and plus 5% discipline for 30 years. I don't know if we'll actually use that, but we'll keep it. At the very least, we'll be saving money for right now while we have these mercenaries, while we're trying to take this down. And again, that gives them discipline, so it'll help in the next conflict. So it looks like we only took 2 loans. Okay, I was thinking we had 3. But yeah, we have 2 loans that we took. I don't know why I was thinking we had 3. So we'll have to get those paid back. Currently actually earning money, and we're just getting this siege done. We do have another rebel faction that might pop up here soon that we'll have to deal with. But we'll get rid of these mercenaries and build up our army again once we get the manpower. We need a little period, I think, of peace maybe a short period of peace. Or actually, it probably should be like a long period of peace now that I think about it. You know, we weren't able to get any other additional territory due to the aggressive expansion we had, so getting rid of some of that I think would be super helpful. Looks like the Pope's in trouble. Yeah. Is he still our ally? He might not be. He might have been forced out of the alliance with us. That's the way it seems. Well, he's really weak now, so let's take a look and see who we still have allies as. Of course, because we lost our ally here. So we still have Austria, and we still have Lucca. Okay. We could look for additional alliances if we have, let me see if we have the diplomatic slot. We do have diplomatic relations slots. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can't find anybody who wants to ally us. It doesn't look like there's a lot of options. Naples is willing to ally us again, and again, I don't want any conflict with Naples, so, or at least not now. Yeah, why not? And we did force them to end that alliance with our enemy, so yeah, let's go and do this. I'm surprised they're willing to ally us again, but yeah, that's a good thing. Merchant defects, so we can get 1+ mercantilism and lose trade power, or increased free trade gives us plus 10% trade efficiency, and you do get a little penalty there, but institution spread is higher, but you lose mercantilism. Let's just get the mercantilism, guys, because that's a benefit that will stay with us while the other ones disappear. So we'll get that. All right, so almost got this done. It does have a breach, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just siege it down. It does, when you do that, it does require. And why am I gonna click on this, don't I? So it does require some military power. That's okay. It's only 5. Let's try this out and see if we can't take it. These are very costly overall, but yeah, I just wanted to get it done, and it was mostly mercenaries that we're using anyways. All right, so we want to disband the mercenaries. By disbanding a mercenary company, they will not be able to be available for hire until they recover their manpower, which, okay. That doesn't affect us. All right, so you can see we don't have many troops right now, so we're going to have to bring these guys over here. We're going to stop paying for the fortress, and then we're going to rebuild our army, guys. We got to wait till we get manpower, so we got to first restore our lost manpower here. And once that's done, then we can start building up the manpower, build up more troops, because yeah, we are right now, the AI would look at us as weak because of our low troop numbers here. So it's definitely something that we're going to want to deal with. And we're not going to pay for this fort anymore either. That should save us some money. Okay. Improvements in production technology. So we're just going to get the, well, you know what? We'll get the inflation for admin power. I just won't do it for diplo power, because that's actually a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal, man. Remember, it's because ticking down inflation is 75. So yeah, I mean, you're getting, and that'll tick down 2%. So you're getting 50 admin power for only 0.5% inflation. That's a really good deal. So we're just gonna play until the end of this year here, guys. Get into 1467, and then we're gonna end the episode. All right. So we got an additional province, have extended our realm a bit. Did lose an ally in the Pope, which is a shame, but maybe we'll be able to create another alliance with them after the treaty's up. I don't know, but overall it's probably good that we reduced the power of the Pope because, you know, attacking the Pope and being at war with him does cause issues. And if we wanted to conquer all Italy, then we'd have to deal with the Pope eventually. So in the long run, him losing territory is actually a good thing. However, it did increase the power of Naples significantly, so that's a problem. You can see they have all this territory here now, and so they are now probably the most powerful country in Italy. Maybe still less powerful than Venice. It's hard to say. I would say Venice is probably more powerful. Yeah, and then we would be, you know, the 3rd most powerful in Italy. With Savoy coming in 4th here. So those are the power rankings according to me. And of course that's, you know, that's accurate because I said it was. First thing we're going to do here before we end this episode, or I should say last thing we're going to do, is go ahead and pay back the loan. And I know that we have to pay back, you know, the interest as well. But that'll result in us, you know, not having to worry about the interest on here with our monthly fees. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. You know, it's a shorter one, but at least we have a Monday episode, and I'm just trying to get it out quicker because it is late afternoon. So if we want to get this out before it's no longer Monday, then I needed a shorter episode. But we did get a little conflict knocked out. Got ourselves an additional province. So I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next episode. And thanks for watching.